Xhorse JLR XM38 Smart Key Fix. Why your Range Rover key fails. Hey gearheads and tech wizards. Hussein here, welcoming you once again to Baabji Motors, the pit stop where diagnostics meet programming magic. But first, a tiny disclaimer before we put the key in the ignition of today's topic. This video is made for educational and informational purposes only. Everything you see is meant to help technicians, learners, and enthusiasts understand things better. We respect all trademarks, follow fair use, and recommend you stick to manufacturer guidelines and your local laws whenever you work on vehicles. Now let me toss this question your way. If your smart key works sometimes and fails other times, would you trust it for daily use or immediately replace it? I really want to hear what you do in that situation. So drop your answers below. Also, quick pit stop request. I need your support to keep Baabji Motors running smoothly. Let's aim for 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments in the next 24 hours. And don't forget, you can hype this video right in the comment section. It's a free and fun way to give this video a boost so more people can benefit. Now, buckle up. Let's dive into the problem at hand. So here's the situation. A technician recently generated a lost ID for a Range Rover Evoque 2018 using the Xhorse XM38 JLR style smart key. 2 weeks ago, they programmed this key with the VVDI Key Tool Plus. At first glance, everything seemed fine, but then the issues began. Sometimes the smart function works perfectly. Other times, the car shows no key detected. If you place the key near the sensing area, it suddenly responds. Even more confusing, the buttons themselves behave inconsistently. At times, they refuse to respond at all, and other times, they work as intended. The oddest part? The original key operates flawlessly with no issues. The inconsistency really shows up when the XM38 key is placed inside its shell. So what's going on here? Let's walk through some possible fixes. First solution, and it's always worth starting with the basics. Check the key fob battery. Even if you've recently replaced it, try a fresh, high-quality battery. Low or unstable voltage can cause exactly this type of on and off behavior. Second solution, adjust the power output. When you generate the key, there's an option to modify its settings. Once you hit Modify, the system reads your key and displays all its details like button configuration, frequency, and power level. If your power setting is low, say set at 5, increase it gradually in steps of 5. For example, bump it from 5 to 10 and see if the smart functions stabilize. Third solution, consider the possibility that the XM38 key itself just isn't fully reliable for your case. Others have faced similar issues with this specific model. In that situation, switching to another key type can make all the difference. Many technicians recommend using the Autel iKey smart key instead. You could upgrade to an Autel key, clone it from the BCM using one of the original key IDs, or simply buy an OEM key and add it via OBD programming. Sometimes, choosing the right hardware saves you hours of frustration. And that wraps up our main content. But don't go just yet, because here's the big reveal. Remember the question I asked earlier? Would you keep using an unreliable key or immediately replace it? Well, the best move is to replace or reprogram if inconsistency shows up, especially if it involves critical functions like unlocking and starting the car. Personally, I'd upgrade to an Autel iKey or stick to the original OEM key for peace of mind. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What would you do if your freshly programmed smart key worked one day and failed the next? Drop your experiences in the comments. And here's a fun fact before we wrap up. Did you know that modern smart keys don't just use simple radio signals? Many of them employ rolling codes and encrypted communication to prevent cloning and theft. That's why not every aftermarket key manages to perform as smoothly as the original. So let's close this ride with a request. Help us smash the goal of 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments. Subscribe to Baabji Motors if you haven't already. Share this video with your fellow technicians. And yes, don't forget to hype in the comments so this content gets the attention it deserves. Thanks for tuning in. Keep exploring, keep diagnosing, and I'll see you in the next video.